Hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is Shadows and Dust here with another model kit review. Today, I'll be looking at the high-grade Universal Century Geara Doga Rezin Schneider custom from the movie Mobile Suit Gundam: Char's Counterattack. Now, there is also a standard mass production Geara Doga model released. The difference is being that that one is in green, whereas as you can see here, this one is in blue. This one comes with a different weapon, has an open hand, and also comes with a blade for the beam sword. Unlike most reviewers, this is not just a straight built kit. I have fully painted it using mostly Citadel paints. I also used the Army Painter Shining Silver as a base coat for the mono eye, and I used Tamiya Clear Red over that base coat. This gives a nice shiny red mono eye. Now this kit came out in either 2008 or 2009. And came out during a kind of a transition period for the high-grade Universal Century line. The kits were starting to become more complex and have a higher level of detail compared to the older kits from the line from when the line first started in 1999. So as you can see here, there's a lot of open space, but there's also a pretty decent amount of detail in certain areas. There's some panel lines that I shaded with Drakenhof Nightshade, which is a Citadel wash. And overall, this is one of my favorite models ever made. Definitely one of Bandai's best, I think. Now, for accessories, you get the beam machine gun, the shield, 4 Sturmfausts behind the shield, which are fully removable. There's the trigger finger hand, which is holding the beam machine gun. But you also get a holding hand for holding either the beam axe or the beam sword. And you get 2 different blades. This is the beam axe. You get 2 different blades for the beam axe. You get your standard axe blade. But you also get something resembling a military pick. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you also get a standard top piece for the head that does not have the commander antenna. Now, the beam sword is stored in the back here. And pro tip, if you're painting this kit, you're going to want to take a small round file and file out the hole here where you put the sword, so that, there we go. You're going to want to file out that hole there for the storage for the sword, so that you don't rub any paint off. Now we're going to see how this model looks with the beam sword in hand. And if you're like me and you paint your models, you are going to want to actually take the hand apart to equip the beam sword. And unfortunately for this model, you only get a right holding hand. The left open hand is the only left hand you get. For articulation, this is a pretty well articulated model. The head is on a ball joint, but there's also a secondary joint in the neck. Lets it look up pretty far. And that joint is at the base of the neck. There are two joints, well, actually three joints in the shoulder. One that lets the shoulder move out, one that lets it move up, and you also have a 360-degree rotation here. Each shoulder. The shoulder armor is on a hinge, but the shield here is on a ball joint. That's shoulder armor's on a hinge, it's on a peg. You have a bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow, and the wrist will wiggle around, turn around, and do everything a ball joint does. The waist is on a peg. The side skirts come molded to, or excuse me, the front skirts come molded together but can be separated. So you can get some, and they're just on ball joints. You get some good movement. Side skirts move up and down. The back skirt does not move at all. The thigh here is on a ball joint. And there's also a secondary joint down here. As you can see, I also detail painted the feet. There's a double joint in the knee. And the foot, the ankle, there's a joint up inside the leg, lets the foot move forward and back, and the foot itself is on a ball joint. Now, the Neo Zeon symbol on here is from the HGUC Shar's Counterattack Water Slide decal sheet, which I purchased last year from HobbyLink Japan. Another pro tip, you're going to want to check HobbyLink Japan on a regular basis if you want these water slide decal sheets. Once they come in stock, they don't stay in stock for very long. They're very popular. As for details that need to be painted, this kit, like any other kit from the high-grade Universal Century line, comes molded in different colors. And this kit has pretty decent separation. Color separation, I mean. But it is still not 100% color accurate. You see all these red thrusters, all the red inside the thrusters. You're going to have to paint that if you want the red thrusters. Also, I don't believe there are any stickers for the cameras on the backpack here. You'll also have to paint the cables in the knees and also down here in the shins. Those just come on a gray part. Also the cable inside here. Inside of the forearm, you will need to paint. So, overall, this is a very, very nice kit. It'll set you back about $20 US. And I also have the green Geara Doga, which needs to be repainted, to say the least. And after I built that one, I just loved it. It has a really fun build, and it looks great. And after I built that one, I immediately wanted to get the blue Rezin Schneider Geara Doga. In fact, I waited for a year before it got reissued so I could purchase it. Well, that is all for this review. I highly recommend this kit. And I'll leave you off with some photos as well as some music I've written. This song is called Onward to Battle. And I'll see you guys next time on the best Gundam models, period.